We made it to Sloss. Check it out, man. This place is awesome, man. Totally cool. We got the train behind us over there, and I don't know what's up with the railroad crossing, but it's on. I don't see any trains coming. This is just coming in the gate here. So they got it open. We'll head that way, up that way here in a minute. Very cool. All right, we're ready to go inside. I got to pay a entry fee. Actually, there's a fee if you come here to film or photograph. There's a fee you got to pay, so I got to go in there. That's what the guy was telling me when he come by, see me with filming, and you know, was letting me know you got to pay a fee, which is fine. I don't mind. This is a totally cool place, man. Not even inside yet, and there's just so much coolness here to check out. So this is looking down to the furnace, and we have to go in there. So let's make our way. All right, we finally got entrance into this, and one thing that I found out, whenever you're here to film any kind of video, you have to have prior approval by Miss Karen here at the museum, and I didn't know that, so I had to try to get in touch with her through email, and then the lady inside called, and she gave me the permission to film. There is a fee that you have to pay, but she was very kind and let me proceed with this, so very excited that I get to actually take a video. Check out behind me over here. We're just starting out here at the museum entrance. Do you see what's across the way right there? I see a big old lathe, and looks like maybe a forge. I'm not sure. So I have no idea where I'm going. I got a map, but we're gonna go and figure it out. I believe there's only 2 other people here besides me right now. There's the old lathe. Old sucker too, man. Step pulley. This is where they have classes up in here. I believe they're having them this weekend. They do art classes and metalworking classes, forging, blacksmithing, and stuff like that. I think I'll be able to get up in there and check it out though. So the nice security guy helped me out, told me where to go. To check some things out, go down to the tunnel and the steam house and just all that stuff. And then we talked to a Mr. Marshall up in here. He actually uses this, you know, this is still sort of a modern, they use that for classes and business work, but he gave me permission to go and see that area too, but we'll have to go back down to the end to access that. So we'll go check that area out here in a little while. So all these guys here are the boilers. There's 12 of them on this side, and there's 4 more over there. They have 16 boilers total, and they said they could be heated with coal or waste fuel. I'm checking out all these big pipes right here that's coming down to the boilers. I'm assuming that's where the heat and the flame is going to go in there. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of making assumptions as to how they're heating the boilers there. Very cool to see though. We're going to work our way to the tunnel first, and we'll come back over here and check this out. Some electric motors in here, some big boys too. Okay, that's probably going down into the tunnel. All right, we'll come out and go back that way there. Oh wow. How cool is this? It still smells like it just has that industrial smell down here. Man, this place is awesome. I've been standing here for like 10 minutes trying to get some cool pictures to share, and it's just really neat. So looking down the tunnel, I don't know if we can go the whole way. I know the security guy said that part of it's got water in it. Let me just show you. That was moving a little bit right there. You know, I actually think the rain is helping to make this an even more dramatic filming experience today, with all of the water dripping and the water sounds. So I believe this is one of the spots that they claim is to be haunted. I guess we can make it down here. Maybe this is what he was talking about with the water. I brought my work boots today. All right, just making our way out of the tunnel here. I didn't have any ghostly encounters. That looks like one of the, I don't know if that's an ore cart. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but that's what was inside. This is a gearbox right here. Very old gearbox. Before reduction. That's your input there. And that'll be your output. There's another one right there. Very cool. Heil and Patterson. Phone's ringing. Heil and Patterson Incorporated, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Looks like parts of the conveyor. Yeah, those are heavy. Wow. This is the #2 casting shed. Looks like a place where they can like hold concerts now. Ten-ton Morgan crane, Morgan Engineering Company. Check out this guy, old power shovel. We're standing at blast furnace #1 here at Sloss, and there's a placard here that explains how it works. I'm going to attempt to read that to you very quickly to explain how this works, what we've already seen here, the boilers, the steam pipes, how they're fueled, the tunnel that we've gone through. So they've got a really nice diagram. So it looks as though train rail cars come in with the ore, dumps them down into this tunnel here where the ore carts are, and then we've seen the chute And so the ore is brought all the way to the very top of the furnace, dumped in, and then right here is where the magic happens. So in a blast furnace, the combination of iron ore plus some flux, coke, and hot air produce molten iron to two waste products: molten slag and blast furnace gas. The molten products collected in the bottom of the furnace and were drained off periodically. The gas left the furnace through the top and was routed to the stoves and boilers where it was used as fuel. This furnace, known as furnace number 1, is one of the two that operated at Sloss. The original furnaces were built between 1881 and 1883, but were replaced in the late 1920s by the ones you see today. The long open-sided building attached to the furnace is the cast shed. That's where we're standing. It was here that the molten iron was originally cast into bars called pigs. That's why they call it pig iron here. So it looks like that's where it was drained off into this channel here. On around there to the carts there on the rails. That side is where the iron ore was drained off there, and then this chute here is where they drained the slag. So it must have went off into that area right there. And this tells you, in addition to making iron, the furnace produced a molten waste called slag. Workers drained off the slag periodically through the cinder notch, a hole in the base of the furnace. After proceeding, the slag was sold for use in rail building and in the manufacture of concrete and mineral wool. Very cool. Hot blast stoves. I want to try to make my way hopefully into that building behind it there. That's where I believe the Ingersoll-rand turbines are. There we go. Blowing engine building. They have it separated and elevated so that you can see it. I believe these are very old, built in the very early 20th century. Ingersoll-rand. Oh wow, check that out. This is awesome. I wanted to correct myself on what I said. These Ingersoll-rand turbo blowers are from 1949 and 1951. That's the years that they were installed in here. Here's the second of the two. Got its own overhead crane in here. There was another one in the other room there too. I need to go back and show that. There's the other overhead crane, 7.5 ton box crane. I had watched a video on YouTube. One of the tour directors, I suppose, was telling a story about two men that died underneath here that got hit with steam after they had replaced a valve, and then they welded a plate over a crack, and they put the wrong type of valve in there, and I believe it blew out. So they went down there and they welded a plate over it, and they turned the steam back on, and it came out and it boiled the two guys there standing next to it. Another guy got hit, but he lived. But that was just two of the stories that I had heard about that happened in this place here. How cool is this place, man? This is nothing but industrial art inside here. So just next to the blower here, this is where you got your flywheels. And there's another video here that they taken about a guy that got wrapped up into that flywheel before they put that fence cage around it. He was leaning over there next to that post, and all of a sudden he got caught up in that thing and was going round and round, and it just kind of chopped him up. Instantly gone. This is the oldest building on the site, built in the early 1900s, and these are the original steam engines inside here. And those big flywheels are 20 foot in diameter, and they moved at 30 revolutions per minute. This is what the Industrial Revolution was all about right here. Now that's a proper A-bomb sized wrench right there. They even flame cut it with a torch. So it looks to be about 4-inch thick. I'm gonna put my hand on it so you can see for scale here. Look at that. That's a big boy. So you gotta have a crane just to use that thing. This side over here has got a bunch of water pumps. Let's see what else we can find. We're leaving the steam engines now. Got the powerhouse. Let's check out the powerhouse. old lathe there. I believe this is an old wood lathe. That's the make there. I can't make out what that says, but I think it's a wood lathe. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I bet you Mark Lindquist would know. Some machinery up here. It looks like a planer and a table saw. Overhead crane. This old table saw. There's a casting right here. I'll take a picture of it so we can make out what that is. Very old. This one I can't find a make. I'll see if I can squeeze around to the front and see what that is. See if I can get the camera in here. I can't really fit in here. There you go. You guys are probably liking that. Let's see what else we got in here. What is this? Is that a grinder? Like where they balanced it. It looks like a grinder. That is cool. Let me get some pictures of these. Maybe that was a drum sander. Anybody knows exactly, feel free to leave comments so that we can all learn from it. I think these are like all casting, molds for castings there. The old gauges. And here's another old machine right here. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Looks like another planer of some sort, if I had to guess. There's a make right there. J.A. Fay and Egan Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. I believe that J.A. Fay is also the name that's on that lathe down there. So I think that's woodworking. I wish I had a shop that looked just like this for a machine shop at home, man. It's so cool. So the old overhead crane, this is like Brian Block's. His channel is BC Block 02. He installed this type of system in his barn shop that he's building, so they got ropes attached to it here, but that's going to control the winch, I believe. That one controls the trolley. You pull that one, it controls the trolley there. This one's going to be for the hook right there. Now I don't want to mess with it because I don't want people touching anything, but it's all manual system. And that one on that side there, if you pull that rope, that will actually travel the crane down the beams there. So I'm about to leave the powerhouse, and I think I've seen most of what there is to see. I still want to go out there to the blast furnace number 2 under the casting shed number 2 and see if we can take a look at the machinery out there. It's just raining, and it's kind of hard to get out there and film with it raining now, but you can walk all through these areas in here. This is going into casting shed number 2, and where they actually still use this for business, and they have metal art classes here and all kind of cool things going on in this place right here. But definitely wanted to get up here and see some of the equipment. This is it says the Lodge and Davis Machine Tool Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. So I wonder if that's the same lodge as in Lodge and Shipley. Very old lathe right there. Definitely from the early 1900s. Look at the T-slots on the carriage here. Still got the tool in there. They got a carbide tip raised on tool bit in there and the lantern holder. Way cool, man. All right. And then what is this? I guess this is maybe some type of power hammer, maybe.
Get some good stuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's awesome in there. I could have stayed in there for a while. Look at this solid piece of iron right there. Man. So we got a furnace there, an oven maybe, and this looks like where they melt down the metal, pour it out. Buffalo Forge. Cool old anvil. There's 2 anvils in here. There's another power hammer right here. Yeah, man, this is the kind of stuff we like. Blacksmiths Worldwide. One of the work areas. There's the grinder we seen earlier from down below. What kind is this? Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Electrical Tool Company. Awesome. Appropriate timepiece for this shop here. Is this a Reed? Which one is that? No, it's a Morgan Milwaukee vise. Big boy vise right there. Colombian vise there. Some more of their work areas for the school. Cool Toledo scale inside the shed there. Yeah, he's got a nice little pad here. Very cool. How you doing, man? Can you tell me what you guys do right here?
Yeah, this is our metal arts casting shed. So
Okay.
we have artists and residents full-time here on site that do work.
Yeah.
We also teach workshops to the public, so we teach blacksmithing, welding, and fabrication and casting.
Yeah.
So this is all blacksmithing down there. That's our fabrication area. This is our main casting floor. So this is our mold making area.
Oh, nice. So they'll teach you how to make castings here?
Yeah.
And you'll actually make your own as, as a student?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Is that a year-round thing going on?
Almost. It's not real pleasant out here.
Yeah, it gets a little.
Winter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, summer we're southern. We can handle the heat. But winter, when the wind starts kicking, it's really cold on this deck. So
I think I need to come out here and take this class. This would be a great thing to take for me. Yeah.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We actually have one this weekend. They're once a month.
I've seen that.
Long.
Yeah.
So the casting is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the first night you kind of learn pattern making, all the materials we use. For our sculptural products, we do lost wax.
Okay.
Everything's sculpted in wax. We use a resin bonded sand, no bake resin. So it's a 3-part system. Mix it in the muller with the sand. Comes out. Got about, depending on temperature, humidity, 10 to 15 minutes to get packed in the mold. Start to set up and cure it in about an hour. For our wax patterns, we'll then put that in the kiln.
Okay.
Raise the temperature to about 300 degrees, melt out all the wax.
Okay.
And then we've got our void to fill with whatever metal.
I believe I've seen it down there.
Yep.
Cool.
We've got 4 cupolas up here that we run. That's our smallest cupola there. It's a 14-inch diameter. And we go up to a 28-inch diameter. So this one we're doing small work, small pieces, our demonstration iron pours, that kind of thing. But this taps out about one of these ladles per tap.
Oh, okay.
About 90 pounds of iron.
Yeah.
This next one can do 300 pounds or so. That one can do 1,000, and that one can do 2,000-pound taps.
Okay.
So we're moving to our bull ladles when we're working with these. So we'll hook those up on the crane, and that's our big castings.
Yeah, that's what you use the jib crane here for.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, brother.
Yep. And no experience necessary, so you just come and learn how to do it.
You got it.
All right. Well, this is a great place. Thanks for sharing the info.
Yeah, no problem. It's an awesome site.
Yeah, it really is, man. I could just stay up in there for a while and just keep taking pictures. And I've already been here for like 3 hours, and I just feel like I'm walking away and I haven't seen it all yet.
Yeah.
But we'll be back. Girlfriend wants to come and see it.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Guys, this is an awesome place. Sloss Furnace. You definitely need to come and check this out. Don't worry about if you're passing through. Just make a time to come here to Birmingham and check this place out. It's really cool. So we're standing in front of the #2 furnace right now, and he was kind enough to let me kind of come through here and see where they do the metal art and the training classes. But it's gonna be it for me. I'm about to hit the road and head back into town. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a blast going through this place and filming it. I think the rain added for an even more dramatic effect, which I thought was pretty cool. And luckily there wasn't a lot of people here, so I didn't have a lot of extra noise around, which was great for the film part of it there anyway. But this is a really cool site with a lot of history to it, a part of the Industrial Revolution. So come here and check it out. Sloss Furnace, Birmingham, Alabama. Hope you guys enjoyed.